A lot of people felt like I couldn't reach this point. People talked about my size, my game, that I was selfish and I couldn't make it here with the guys that I'm playing with. So, you know, it makes the story that much better at the end.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. This one could be for the ages. The Los Angeles Lakers could become the first team in history to run the table in the playoffs. They have already dismantled Portland, Sacramento, and San Antonio, and now they come in a prohibitive favorite against Philadelphia.
It's all over tonight. Billy cheesesteak. Billy cheesesteak, baby. Iverson, he might get a couple points, but that's it.
It's Allen Iverson and Shaq. Truly a David and Goliath story.
Let's get dirty. Let's get dirty.
As the 2001 NBA Finals opened, the idea that the Philadelphia 76ers, led by 6-foot, 160-pound Allen Iverson, could defeat the defending champion LA Lakers and their 7'1", 330-pound superstar Shaquille O'Neal seemed absurd.
Who can stop the Giants?
The Lakers had gone undefeated during the playoffs.
Welcome to the NBA's greatest games. Today, we'll take you back into NBA history and relive one of the great matchups as it happened.
First time since 1983 that the 76ers are in the finals. Fourth straight time that Philadelphia faces the Lakers as their opponent. Kobe Bryant going up against his hometown ball club. And what about the 76ers coming off an intensive 7-game series? Are they physically and emotionally spent, or is that a good thing coming off that kind of 7-game set with Milwaukee?
I think it's good for Philadelphia. I think they have great energy. I don't think fatigue will be a factor tonight. Fatigue will be a factor if it's a long series. Marv, I think a couple things. When I asked Kobe before the game, what are a couple things to look at for the Lakers? He said two things. Rhythm, are we in our rhythm? And secondly, what kind of defense are we playing? Those are the things that carried us. For Philadelphia, I think two things. I think they must win the first quarter, and I think Mutombo must stay out of foul trouble.
The 2001 NBA Finals are underway as the Lakers control the opening tip. Phil Jackson telling us yesterday he wants to get Shaquille O'Neal involved early. Shaq to the crossover. And last touch by the Lakers. So the 76ers to the offense.
Those are the kind of shots that Dikembe wants.
Jarrett Fisher lost the handle. And here's Shaq. O'Neal going right at Mutombo.
Well, that's what we talked about in our open. He has done this in every first game of every playoff series with the Lakers. They're 7-0. He's averaging almost 38 points a game. He's taking the first two shots.
Good look from Iverson, and Aaron McKee knocks down the three.
Aaron McKee has been shooting the ball so well. He did not shoot the three that well during the regular season. They are 7-2. When he doesn't, they are 4-5. He must shoot the ball.
Kobe Bryant lost it. Here's Iverson. So it's a sloppy start by the Lakers. Sixers with a 5-2 lead.
Those are the kind of baskets for the Lakers you don't want to give Iverson layups.
From Shaquille O'Neal.
Now, the 76ers normally don't like to double team.
McKee able to lose Bryant on the cut and fires up the air ball. Fox for Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal feeding to Kevin Mutombo.
Well, that's a problem for Philadelphia because Shaq runs much better. Somebody's going to have to get back and give some help.
Kobe off the fake, gives it back. Fox for three. Here's Horace Grant. The Lakers, after starting off with some sloppy play, have settled down and now leading 13-5. As opposed to the one-on-one. Shaquille draws the foul. Hit by Mutombo. And the crowd reacting to the spinning move by Shaquille O'Neal.
So he can step out on the floor, and he's much quicker than Dikembe. It's very difficult for Dikembe to use the footwork to try to stay in front of Shaq. Well, I give Shaq a lot of credit. He went back to San Antonio where he went to high school. It would have been very easy for him to try to do too much. He did not do that. He was getting a lot of attention from David Robinson and Duncan, and Kobe, remember the 45-point game one.
The steal by Bryant. Fox ahead of the field. The Lakers, in the midst of a burst, have jumped in front 16-5. Defensive end chasing Allen Iverson around, reaches in, able to come up with the steal, leading to the fast break. Kobe Bryant was born in Philadelphia, as we mentioned earlier, son of Joe Jellybean Bryant, who spent 8 seasons in the NBA, one-time teammate of our Doug Collins. Spent much of his childhood in Italy, playing against older competition for the most part. Back in Pennsylvania for high school, Kobe entered the NBA right out of high school, and he eventually ended up in LA, where he had to go through some growing pains. That's his first All-Star game appearance. His idol, Michael Jordan's last, and the maturation of Kobe followed. NBA title came shortly thereafter last season. Doug, did you know as a freshman, Kobe was telling us his team was 4-22, his high school team. Can you imagine the team with Kobe Bryant 4-22?
No, I can't, but I also, what he told you afterwards, he said, I never forgot that. A lot of people paid for that my last 3 years there, too.
Kobe averaging better than 31 through the postseason. Good play by Fisher to strip Iverson, and they'll jump it up. Dick Pavetta calling for the jump ball. Kobe Bryant yet to attempt a shot, looking to set up teammates, and then fires and hits. That is the first field goal for Kobe Bryant. Here's Snow, and that starts the 16-0 run. Shaq drawing the double, and Dikembe Mutombo with the rebound. Iverson.
Yes, how good was that? I mean, Kobe Bryant right on him. He drives it and gets Kobe back on his heels, pulls back with the quick release jumper. That was beautiful.
Second field goal for Iverson, 2 of 6 from the field. Lakers 18, Sixers 9. From the field, Lakers 18, Sixers 9. Rick Fox for 3. Neither the Lakers or the Sixers during the regular season. Iverson had the shot deflected short by Bryant. Iverson claiming that he was fouled. Kobe working his way on Snow. Here's McKee. Iverson. Iverson had a reset. Still 14 on the shot clock.
Kobe Bryant has blocked his last 2 shots.
Shot clock down to 2. Down to 1. Iverson. What a spectacular finish as the Sixers use the full 24.
Now, how many guys do you know when they're struggling to shoot the ball would not take a shot like that against the clock? The length of Kobe Bryant, he just gets out and just gets a piece of that shot. And the next time down the floor, Allen Iverson said, you know what? You're going to have to show me you can block it again. Kobe gets a hand on that one. But he said, you know what? The shot clock is winding down. You're going to have to block it again. This time, a tough shot over Bryant's shot, almost behind the basket. The Sixers are not going to go away. They have not shot the ball well, but they're hanging around within 10.
Now look at Allen Iverson, who plays with such passion, seemingly bouncing off the floor 10, 15 times a game. He's very durable, Doug, but he has been playing hurt for a good portion of the season, still bothered by the bruised tailbone and a sore hip. It's been a laundry list of injuries. past couple of years, and Iverson has been able to hang in.
Well, Mark, what happens is when you see these kind of injuries, this is your best player and he doesn't miss games, then you don't miss either. Aaron McKee's got a bad shoulder. You've got Eric Snow has got a screw in his foot. He's got a fractured foot right now. You've got guys playing beat up. Dikembe Mutombo. When your leader is playing with these kind of injuries, you strap it up and you play as well. And that's all the little things that he does for his team.
And George Lynch, a very important player for the 76ers because of his defensive prowess. One-time LA Lakers out with a broken bone in his left foot. Missed the last 9 games, hopes to return in game 4.
Well, it's very important when your big guy can make free throws because he gets a lot of offensive rebounds. And when you get offensive rebounds, you're in a position to draw a lot of fouls. So when you can step up there and shoot free throws, I mean, Dikembe in the postseason is shooting 80%.
Lakers 21, Sixers 13. Fox not able to put it down. Tyrone Hill stripped by Rick Fox, but knocked it out of bounds. Hill thought he was fouled.
Dikembe Mutombo, this is what he does well. He comes off his man and protects that basket. That's when he gets the majority of his block shots. They're starting to defend much better right now, Mark.
Here's Iverson, yes, and Allen Iverson has picked it up. That's his 4th field goal. He has 8 points. You mentioned the stops by the Sixers. Lakers have now turned it over 5 times. Shaq again, getting down. Mutombo thought it should have been an offensive foul.
It's very difficult to hold your ground against Shaq, and he can just dribble you back there and just inch along till he's underneath the basket. You cannot play him, and Mutombo cannot take the foul. He already has one.
Iverson again.
This guy has such courage. You love the fact that he is fearless. He can miss 10 shots in a row and think is hot and want that 11th one.
He's now 5 for 11 from the field. Here's Fisher from downtown. Kept away by Fox, getting it to Bryant. He's turned back by Hill. 2-1. Iverson behind the back. Snow able to finish. And the Sixers are now down by 3. Iverson on the open floor. Iverson protecting the ball against Fox, and he thought he was fouled. Bryant lost it. McKee took it away from Kobe Bryant. Iverson. You can see Allen slowing down, trying to draw the foul on Fox. On his back. And time has run out in this first quarter. Allen Iverson on a roll. 12 points for Iverson, picking it up after the 1-for-5 start. He is 5 for his last 8 from the field. Turnovers for the Lakers in the first quarter. That's a high number for this club. 4 by the Sixers. Philadelphia with a 17-5 run to end the first quarter. Lakers have led by as many as 13. Allen Iverson on fire has given the 76ers a 1-point lead. Now single coverage on Shaq.
I tell you, you have such a tendency when you're going to double team, you start peeking over at the basketball.
Raja Bell, one of the heroes of the Game 7 victory on Sunday, is on the floor for the first time. Robert Horry, who just checked in, able to cover that rebound. Here's Fox. Yes. Rick Fox has been on fire. He's 5 for 6 from the field. Iverson sets it up for McKee. Yes. And that's a 2-pointer. He had a foot on the line. 5 points for McKee. And the Lakers lead by 2.
This Philadelphia team has got a lot of toughness and courage. The Lakers are going to have, this is the most competitive team they have faced in the playoffs.
Shaq feeling some contact. Able to go glass. Shaquille O'Neal has 9, and the Lakers are up by 4. Tumble. Dikembe with a sweeping hook over Shaquille O'Neal.
Dikembe wants a few more touches in that post, coach. He said, bring it to me. I'm guarding Shaq. Make him guard me a little bit.
contract back in early April. He was playing in the CBA. Game 7 against Milwaukee on Sunday. 9 minutes, 4 for 6 from the field, 10 points, all in the second quarter. Kobe thought he was fouled.
Marv, the strategy is very simple for Philadelphia. They are pressuring the basketball. They are making Kobe work there up the floor.
The save by Iverson.
A careless pass there again. Laker turnovers. When they get themselves in trouble, they don't get shots at the basket.
Iverson working his way. Mutombo.
Now there's the Iverson effect. He drove and 3 guys came over to him. Mutombo went right to the boards. Offensive rebound, critical for Philadelphia.
Robert Horry backs to three-point territory. Been a huge playoff performer during the course of McKee for Iverson.
Yes, that was not pretty by Aaron McKee, but somehow he found Allen Iverson on that baseline. Kobe putting all kind of pressure on the ball. Aaron McKee doesn't turn it over very often. He makes simple plays.
Kobe Bryant. Beautiful gone by Kobe. Tyrone Hill was looking for the rejection. That's only his second field goal. Bryant is 2 for 8 from the field. They have been stunned here in the first half by the play of the Sixers. Shaq again getting down.
Dikembe did everything he could. That's just a brilliant move by an amazing basketball player. The footwork. It almost looks like Shaq puts his left arm on his shoulder to go up higher. Let's watch here on this play. It's hard to see from that angle, but he just elevates right over the top of Mutombo. Watch his left arm here now, Marv, as he tries to make this move. It almost looks like he gets it on the shoulder and rides himself up to the basket to get more elevation on that play. Dikembe took the punishment but got the foul.
Mutombo collecting his second. Larry Brown making the substitution. Matt Geiger checks back in. 7 points, 10 rebounds to Dikembe Mutombo.
Now, the reason that substitution is made is because Larry Brown knows that Dikembe will need 4 fouls in the second half. He does not want him to get his third going into halftime.
Shaq 3 of 5 from the line. He now has 15 points. And the Lakers are within 2. A minute 45 remaining in the half. Iverson eluding Bryant and then rejected and fouled. Kobe looking for a jump ball. The Lakers with their 4th team foul. That's the second on Kobe.
Allen Iverson is going to continue to put the pressure on the defense. Looks like a good block there. But you know what? When you keep attacking, you will get calls. Kobe will get those calls, as will Shaq. It always goes to the aggressor. Kobe not happy with that.
And here in the first half, just 2 for 9 from the field. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson tearing the Lakers apart. Final seconds. Bryant once again played very well by Bell and forced the Hill was able to flush it home. 7/10 of a second remaining in this first half. But for the Philadelphia 76ers, an exceptional first half in Game 1 of these NBA Finals. Allen Iverson, 11 of 24, an extraordinary 30-point performance.
Of keeping him out of the lane, and you see Allen Iverson. Marv, the thing that I marvel at, 24 shots, my kind of guy, on the way to 48 shots. Man, I will applaud that.
You will be dangerous with that type of green light.
My kind of guy.
O'Neal draws the double. Able to convert on the putback, and the Lakers fortunate there because once again the Sixers were in the midst of a stop. A minute and a half gone by. In the third is the alley for Jermaine Jones. Allen Iverson picking up the assist.
That was a great set play. He needed that one. He had been struggling, not had a field goal in the first half.
Here's Bryant. See, he changed the shot. He was anticipating contact.
Looked like the ball almost slipped out of his hand. Kobe's like rubbing his hands together like he lost it on the way up. Here's the same play again. This time they do a nice job defensively, and Iverson steps back and hits the jump shot.
Make it 32 for Allen Iverson. We mentioned earlier the pressure on Kobe Bryant. So once again, they're going to send the Lakers back, and then an offensive foul is called on Grant.
Again, you can get up and press if you've got a guy back there that can defend your basket. And Phil Jackson knows that Dikembe is going to be back there. Horace Grant is going to attack. They throw the ball ahead, but look who is waiting underneath the basket. Horace, maybe when he was a rookie, had the kind of lift to get up and finish that shot. Right arm, it should be short, not his left one, Barb. The way he's getting that shot's up right now tonight. And here comes another one. He is fearless. This young guy is amazing.
The NBA Finals record for most points and a half, Michael Jordan. He had 35 and a half, so Iverson falls short. Shaquille O'Neal with 20 points. Most points in a finals game, 61. That record held by Elgin Baylor. Shaq popped it up. Here's McKee putting the move on Bryant. The defense by Kobe. Kind of an adventurous sequence here by
anytime Dikembe steps out there to be a playmaker, look out.
And Fox able to pick it up. Snow able to get back. And Fox lost it. Here's Iverson. With O'Neal chasing. Iverson takes all the way. Shaq held back, did not want to pick up a fourth foul.
He is so fast out in the open court. Shaq had about 5 feet on him, and he can run as a big guy. He just turned on the burners and ran right past him.
Here's Kobe Bryant. Lost his balance. He felt he was pushed. 22 for Shaq.
Well, if you're not shooting the ball well, you've got to get second shots. And this is just the power of Shaq. He just leans up against Mutombo. Mutombo tried to fall forward to get the attention of the official. Watching it all the way, did not feel like that Shaq got an advantage by pushing off on that play.
For the 76ers, Roger Bell did the job on Sunday in Game 7 against the Bucks. Iverson. Yes. Allen Iverson, 38 points. And the Sixers lead by 12.
And getting stronger as the game goes on.
Here's Grant. With the block shot.
There's the effect of Dikembe. Horace Carter thought he had a layup and looked around for him, and the hesitation cost him.
Here's Shaq. Iverson on the run against the back penalty. Fisher. Rebounded by McKee. And they get the new shot clock. What a bad move for a guy with a fractured ankle. Yes, and it counts. Eric Snow is headed to the line. Fouled by Derek Fisher.
See, Larry Brown right now has taken Dikembe Mutombo out of the game with 3 fouls, hoping that Geiger can work against Shaq. But you see the concentration as Fisher reaches in, and Eric Snow knocks the jumper in it. Marv, I remember scouting him in college, and when I was in Detroit thinking about drafting him, the only reason I didn't, because he was such a horrible shooter.
Ron Lewis has checked in, coming out.
See, I think Geiger's got to take fouls. I don't think he can allow Shaq to dump that ball.
Very quiet game thus far. Shaq. Well, Shaq has done his part. He now has 26. Snow. Snow is out of control.
See, Teron Lewis in the game now as a point guard. That means Kobe's off the ball. They're trying to free him up for some offense.
There's Grant coming up short. Beating Geiger to the loose ball.
Well, Matt Geiger has got to put his body on something on Shaq. He's given up 3 dunks here. Well, Shaq has gone to work inside. Without Dikembe in there, he is powering up over the top of Geiger. That's where I thought he should have taken a foul. Here he gets inside once again, the little quick release with a little jump hook. And once again, on that offensive board, if you are guarding Shaq, it's a lot like what you had to do with Dennis Rodman. You have to face guard him and keep him off the basket. You don't have to worry about whether you get the rebound, Marv, but you cannot let him step in there and get offensive rebounds.
O'Neal from Will. It comes at the foul. 76ers looking for a traveling violation.
Good substitution, though, by Phil Jackson. He has another ball handler on the floor with speed. What does speed do? It breaks down your defense. Then you have to help. When Geiger steps up, he's in big trouble there as Shaq once again with the easy score. Allen Iverson wanted to travel, did not get it. But now, with Tyronn Lue being the primary ball handler, you also have Kobe out there. So better ball handling for the Lakers. Let's see if they can make a push here at the end of this third period.
Shaq with 12 of his 30 points here in the third. Shaq following up on a short free throw and kept alive. Bryant with the spin. Showing some signs. Larry Brown working on Bryant, able to beat him off the dribble. And rejected.
Trying to keep him away from the basket, but Kobe Bryant, all-league defense, comes in from behind, blocks the shot, more importantly, keeps possession of the ball for his team.
Shaq 7 of 12 from the foul line and has come on since the All-Star break. A technical foul has been called. Rod Garrettson pointing at Larry Brown. So he's been hit with the tee. Earlier tonight, Phil Jackson.
And he did get the technical, but let's see if the officials watch it. Sometimes as a coach, you want to make a point. Last possession for the Sixers. Big basket here. The Sixers can score.
Coming up on 10 seconds left in the third. Hill's pass broken up. Straw checks the clock. Final seconds of the quarter. Here's Ori. Does he get it off in time? No. Would not have counted. The 76ers led by as many as 15 early on. Lakers had a 13-point lead. Jones, yes. Jermaine Jones with his second field goal. Jermaine Jones has done a nice job filling in for the injured George Lynch. On O'Neal. It opens it up for Shaw. Yes.
It's amazing. I mean, Brian Shaw comes up with big baskets. Aaron McKee is double teaming now.
Iverson from way downtown. Allen Iverson with 41 points. Shaq had it knocked away. Here comes Roger Bell. Dog kicks to the rim.
That's a fearless play right now. Phil is very unhappy at Kobe Bryant. He was back defensively.
Good plays with a lot of confidence. Signed as a free agent back in early April. Kembe Mutombo with the sweeping hook and gets the roll.
That's a soft touch by Dikembe. Well, this would be a big basket here. The Sixers fighting off the Lakers. They get this basket, they go up to 9, maybe 3 with a 10 to 3.
Oh, the steal. That was telegraphed, and Tyronn Lue was right on it. Upset with himself for the turnover just a moment ago.
Well, it's just what Phil Jackson talked to Kobe about. I don't mind you turning the ball over, but get back. He did. Gets a big steal in the layup. Here's another.
Tyronn Lue with his second consecutive steal. Bryant not able to handle the hit on a reach-in. Foul committed by Bell.
Now remember, Tyronn Lue thought he was Allen Iverson this week in practice. Well, he's starting to play like that. Getting out in the passing lane, getting the steal, laying the ball in the basket, and coming back once again. Playing Iverson gets in the lane and pushes it up again. So his speed and quickness has really been a benefit off that bench for the Lakers.
Doug, how about 5 steals in 10 minutes for Lue?
He's given them some energy, something they desperately needed.
Originally a first-round pick of the Denver Nuggets. Here's Lue shooting. Yes! Tyronn Lue, an unlikely hero. Helping the Lakers get back into it here in this fourth quarter. They're within 2.
Pretty distinguished company there. Boy, Tyronn Lue is locked locked into Iverson, will not let him catch the ball.
Open shot for McKee. Aaron McKee quiet to this point, 3 for 5, 9 points, but he's given the Sixers a 6-point edge. Able to convert on the line. Well, the 76ers are certainly getting the maximum of fouls out of their center tandem. Geiger is back. He's playing with 5. Fox to the right.
You get those sits down, you go right down the boulevard. Nobody back there to block shots. Now, to give you an idea how difficult it is to guard Shaq in the whole series against Milwaukee, 6 fouls from Mutombo. Tonight he has 5.
McKee trying to work it out. He was hobbling, defending on Fox. Fox goes right at him. McKee is struggling, you can see. Bryant, played by Bell. He's done a good job. Shot clock at 3. Here's Kobe Bryant. And the game is tied at 92.
Who is going to score for Philadelphia now if Allen Iverson can't get the ball?
Bryant trying to shake off Snow. Here's Bryant.
Inside-outside combination. Kobe penetrating. Mutombo coming over to block the shot. No one getting to Shaq.
Chant of defense from this crowd at Staples. Shot clock down to 5. Snow. The Lakers looking for a charging foul. Eric Snow taking it to the rim to tie the game at 94. On the line, that 19-game win streak by the Lakers. They won their last 8 of the regular season. They've run the table to this point in the postseason, winning 11 of 11. Snow eating Bryant. Rebound by Tucker. And foul from behind by O'Neal.
Oh, Eric Snow has come in the game now, and twice he's dribble penetrated. He got a layup. This time he gets inside. He forces a tough shot. But Mark, watch what happens when he shoots this ball. Look at Shaq go for the block shot. So offensive rebound, so crucial to the 76ers. Now remember, Mutombo, an 80% free throw shooter. As Shaq comes over the top, critical free throws here from Mutombo, trying to give his team a 2-point lead.
He's 3 for 3 from the line. The Sixers perfect at the line. The last foul changed to Ori. And that is the first miss of the night. And Dikembe receiving the treatment. Misses both. Half minute remaining in the fourth. Eric Snow defending on Kobe Bryant, who goes right at him. And lost it. Last touch by Kobe.
Boy, brilliant defense there, Marv. They forced Kobe to turn, and they ran a defender in behind him. Now, more importantly, the shot clock is turned off. Philadelphia will have the last shot to win this game.
Now, Iverson has missed his last 4, and incredibly, he has never hit a game-winning shot over the course of his career, going back to his high school days. Roger Bell, Dikembe Mutombo, final seconds. There's Snow, final one, and we go to overtime. Game in the history of the NBA Finals to go into overtime. The last Finals game that headed into the extra session. Game 4 last season with the Lakers defeating the Indiana Pacers 120-118 as Kobe Bryant took over in the overtime.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal fouled out of that game. It looked like the
shot with single fingers. Shaquille score over Mutombo. The Lakers with a 2-point lead. 43 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Fox got a piece of it. Fox with the steal and calls timeout to save the possession. What a play by Rick Fox. They have not only won 11 of 11. They have beaten their opponents by more than 15 points a game. They had not played a game since May the 27th. A long layoff after sweeping San Antonio. Did not look sharp at the start. The 76ers led by as many as 15. Lakers able to get back into it. And now in overtime with 3:49 remaining, the Lakers with the ball, and they lead at 96-94. Kobe Bryant off the spin. Did not get Curry, but he will take it.
When you get in the lane, remember, Dikembe's going to be hesitant to come over because when he does, no one's there with Shaq. So a tough shot by Kobe. And then the next time down the floor, the defense once again. Look at Lou, who's forcing Iverson to catch the ball about 35 feet away from the basket. Every shot contested. Pump fake, looks like he changed pivot feet. So terrific defense that time.
It has become desperation time for the Sixers with just under 2.5 remaining in overtime. Roger Bell can't find the shot, and then to the scoop. Roger Bell with a gorgeous move to bring the Sixers within 3. Down to 6 on the 24. A tumble playing with 5. Here's Shaq. Can't find the angle. Huge possession for the Sixers. Iverson goes at low, draws the foul. That would have counted.
That's the first time Iverson's gotten the open court in about the last 18 or 20 minutes. Roger Bell does a 360. Has no place to go. He's going to get called for a 3-second violation. He scoops it up there with his left hand. And then Allen Iverson finally gets some daylight here in the open court. This would have been a miraculous shot. More importantly, had he made that in the free throw, it would have tied the game. So with all that's gone on here, Marv, and the Lakers swarming defense, if Allen Iverson scores this free throw, it's only going to be a one-point game. So Sixers still very much alive. Iverson now with only 5 points over the last, 30 minutes?
And they get it across the timeline. A minute and a half remaining in this overtime. Here's Lou.
Bad shot there at that time in the game.
The 76ers with the ball down by 1. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson has given the Sixers a 101-99 lead.
See, Lou took the bad shot, fell out of the play. Nobody got to Iverson. He went ahead and took advantage. That's 5 points on the break now, the last 2 possessions for Iverson.
46 for Allen Iverson. Oh, that pass thrown by Fox off the mark. The Lakers contending it was deflected. Philadelphia ball with 1:05 remaining in OT.
This Sixer team will not go away. Well, it looked like they were just discombobulated offensively. They just keep fighting back.
7 unanswered for the 76ers. Iverson bothered by Lou. Iverson. Yes.
How about that?
And steps over Tyronn Lue.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
The Sixers by 4. 40 seconds left in overtime. Bryant played well by Bell. Very low. Able to convert.
Well, you're a coach, you're Larry Brown. You said if he misses that shot, we're going to win this game. Now you've got to score because the Lakers are going to get another possession.
76ers with the ball, and they have a 2-point lead. There is a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 3 on the 24. Oh, the runner by Eric Snow gives the Sixers a 105-101 lead. As you mentioned earlier, Doug, Eric Snow, a player who on a number of occasions has hit clutch shots down the stretch.
Allen Iverson, the courage of this young guy. He's been totally shut down. Gets out on the break, hits a 3 to give his team a 2-point lead, and then he steps back in the corner. Tyronn Lue all over him, steps back, the pullback jumper, buries it, and watch him step right over the top of Tyronn Lue, lets him know that's 7 straight points. And Eric Snow, a running 1-footer as the clock winds down to give the Sixers a 4-point lead.
And Larry Brown telling his ball club to give that foul. The Lakers had a 99-94 lead with the ball with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in OT.
Well, if the Sixers go ahead to win, that shot by Raja Bell will really weigh heavy.
All right, here's Fox. Sixers do not foul. And now a loose ball foul with 4 4/10 seconds remaining. It's on Fox of the Lakers. They're over the limit. And the 76ers on their way to pulling off a stunner in Game 1 here at Staples. The Lakers coming in with 19 straight wins, 11 of 11 in the postseason, dismantling the San Antonio Spurs and going against a Sixer team that was taken to the limit by the Bucks, capping it off with that Game 7 victory on Sunday night.
Mark, the biggest question is going to be, how are the Lakers going to respond to this? They have been almost invincible. They, like you said, waltzed through the playoffs. Nobody has been able to dent their psyche. Well, tonight, the Sixers come in, win this game on the road to steal the home court. And remember, they have 3 games, the middle games at home.
All right, here's Lou with time running out on the Lakers. That will count. The Philadelphia 76ers have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 1. Allen Iverson with some big buckets down the stretch after going quiet for quite some time in the second half, thanks to the excellent defensive job by the Lakers. But Iverson finished with 48. Shaquille O'Neal with 44. Kobe Bryant only 7 of 21 for 15 points. Let's go over to Lewis Johnson.
All right, Marv, thanks a lot. These guys giving each other a hug. Allen, you have ended the 19-game winning streak by the Lakers. No one expected that to happen. You were hot early. You cooled off because of the defense from Tyronn Lue. How did you get it back?
It was holding me the whole time, and once he got on me, you know. But I mean, it's just, that's the way we are. You know, we play hard. We came in here, you know, expecting to win. You know, everybody already counted us out, and you know, we're not gonna act like we won it all right now, because we still have some more business ahead of us. You know, we're just gonna keep playing hard, and whatever happens, happens. Put the brooms away. That's right. We ain't do nothing yet. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. They can put the brooms up though. Ain't gonna be none of that.
As long as you leave everything out on the basketball court, I mean, you can go in the locker room and look at the mirror and feel good about yourself, and that's important. But when you don't leave it all out there, then, you know, kind of feel like, you know, you as a person is kind of suspect.